Right, today's video, we're going to take a look at a new lure from Keitech. I believe this is going to be the first time that these are seen on YouTube. I've had them given to me by the UK distributor of Keitech. So we wanted to just get them out, have a look, get some initial thoughts, and just to show them to you really. So let's have a look what we've got. It looks like they've sent through an assortment of different colours. Let's put that the right way around. Okay, so this is the launch sheet that gets sent through to each country to place their pre-orders. And what we've got here is a new swim bait from Keitech. Now, Keitech are famous for swim baits, and this is nothing kind of new to them. They make soft plastics. They make lots of colours of soft plastics. They make lots of sizes. And you'd probably be forgiven for asking why, as was I, have they produced what essentially is another paddle tail. Just reading through this here, I'm just going to read the first line for you. So you've got rumour after rumour. The Temp brand swing bait gradually spread from local anglers to general anglers as a secret in Highland clear lakes such as Lake Nahori and Lake Hibara. The Temp swing bait gradually became a standard item and gradually spread from local hardcore anglers to general public. The swim bait, which was regrettably discontinued, has now been completely reissued by Keitech. The body is tapered from the bold neck to the end, and the small paddle produces natural slight wave motion. The natural slight vibration is exactly what we've been pursuing for ultimate lifelike action. Right, okay, so I'm not going to read any more of that. I know what's going on here because I've seen that on email already. Keitech have brought back a lure which used to be made by a brand called Tempt, and I'm going to show you a couple of photos of them now. And it was obviously a popular bait. There's obviously a reason these guys have brought this back. There's obviously little nuances between what exists in the Keitech range and the Tempt bait. There must have been enough of a difference for them to bring it out. They wouldn't have released it otherwise. On that data sheet, there's 12 different colours, and what it looks like we've been given here is 2 of each. Now, first thing I noticed is this isn't the standard blister pack that you get from Keitech. So there's a particular blister pack they use for swing impact fat. A lot of the easy shiners and swing impacts tend to come looser in a packet, whereas they've moulded this specifically for this bait. Now, the reason for doing this will be to ensure that that really fine tail stays straight in the packet. I've got them out of the pack. You can see what they've done here. They've gone with some really kind of dark naturals. So you've got a black, you've got like a scuppernong there. You've got a watermelon with black flake, which I'm not sure if it'll show well on this camera. You've got like a smoke with silver glitter, pro blue red pearl. I'm not sure what colour they're calling this one. This one's a little bit lighter. That's got kind of a green and silver and black flake in it. And then you've got a sharp, kind of not too dissimilar from the colour that you see in the lime truce, but it's just a solid colour. This one's going to be really good in coloured water for Zander in the UK. And then kind of like a bit of a Wagasaki. I'm not sure what they're calling this one. Isn't as iridescent as Wagasaki. And then we've got this one, just reminds me of marbles when I was a kid. So you've got like this lovely pink that you've not seen in an off-the-shelf bait from Keitech for a while. That's got different colour flake in it. It's got like purple and green and a bit of silver. And you've got the same again with a bit of silver flake in it. You've got completely natural. And then you can see on a bait like this, the actual squid scent in there, which is what those little flecks are. That's not flake, that's not glitter, that's a bit of the scent. And then you've got like a clear with a silver flake, which will just catch fish everywhere, freshwater, saltwater, all around the world. So what are we looking at here? Why? I guess why. Big question's why. It's another swim bait. If you know Keitech, you should know this bait. So this is a swing impact. This is often copied by a lot of brands. Been around for a long, long time now. One of the original baits designed by Keitech, and they're bloody brilliant. One of the things that I noticed on this, if we just refer back to it, they show the original swing impact and then this new swing bait. And what you can see there, it's illustrating the wider paddle tail action, so it's going to kick more on a normal swing impact than this version, so the swing bait. And if you put the two in your hand kind of side by side, you probably see why. So I'm trying to hold them the same. If I hold them horizontal, it's very difficult to get that angle right. What I'm trying to show you here is this bait's probably folding over. The swing impact's probably folding over twice as much as this. This is a lot stiffer in the hand. This is a lot softer. And the thought behind it is that the vibrations are going to be different. The paddle tail's going to kick less. For spookier fish, it's thought that this is a better bait. So where you've got pressured fish, whether it be on the canals, whether it be kind of commercial lakes where you know they're getting a lot of pressure. For the guys that are watching in the US, so your largemouth bass that are getting smashed kind of frequently and they've seen everything, this is maybe something else that you want to be trying. It's a finesse bait. It's for when you want to scale it back, but it's worth a go. Just looking closely at the design, centre hooking is important on finesse baits like this. So it's important that you get that hook point coming right out the middle of the bait. And what they've done is just to help you in rigging, whether you're bringing the hook out at the nose or at the rear, whether it's drop shot, jigged or fish weedless, that you're able to bring it out at the centre of the bait. What I'm going to do here, on the data sheet itself, it recommends some hook sizes. So included in what I've got here is some little finesse tunks and jigs from Keitech. Recommended hook size, wide gape offset worm hook is number 1 or number 2. I'm going to show you on a straight jig head. I don't have any number 2 offset hooks with me today. I only have a number 1. I'll show you how it looks against the number 1. And then we'll rig one up on a jig head just to see how it looks. So what we got, I think for me, personally, this number 2 is going to be good. I think where I'm going to be fishing them in the UK, shallow canals, you're not going to want much more than that kind of 1.8 that I've got there. Let's have a go with the black one. Now this is really difficult to do on camera because of the angle of where I'm looking through. What I'm going to try is the rigging trick first, so we'll try that. Pop it through, poke a hole there. Alright, so I'm going to feed it through, trying to keep it coming out that central line. Yeah, there we have it. That's going to catch fish. It's obviously going to catch fish. It's a paddle tail. What I'm going to do, let's just clear them out of the way. Let's give you a bit of clear ground. So, okay, so that's it. Rigged on. Number 2, Keitech Tungsten Super Round. And that's going to be perfect for most of the canal fishing in the UK. What they've also said on the data sheet is that you can use a number 1 offset. Personally, I think a number 1's going to be a little bit big. I think you're going to want a number 2. I'll just show you there. I'll rig it anyway just to show you, but I think if you're going to want to use these on a cheb, you're going to want a number 2. A cheb for the American people watching, Cheberashka rig. I've got another video on that if you want to look it up, but really popular rig in Europe. So that's it on a number 1. I think if you're fishing for largemouth bass in the US or you're fishing for bigger perch, then that'll be fine. I think personally I'd prefer a number 2 with it. Maybe a number 2 with the same kind of gape would be ideal, just that hook placement a bit further forward. But then I don't think it matters with this bait that it's rigid. You know, if you've got that kind of rigid body, it's not going to matter. The tail wasn't meant to be kind of giving a big body roll on that bait. So yeah, maybe that's okay. And then another method I think I'm going to use a lot for these, I think it's going to be on a drop shot. So it's something that I know when I was out in the US earlier this year, drop shot's a huge technique when the fish are on beds. I think these are going to be ideal. Kind of fished on the drop shot, so I've got one rigged up there. Yeah, that's going to be a nice bait. Deeper water, if you need to use heavier weight off the boat, it's going to be ideal again, especially pressured fish, maybe inactive fish on the bigger reservoirs. I think it's going to be a nice kind of bait fish profile. Okay, there's not much more I can say about it. There's one thing I did notice while I was rigging up there is that they have got that alignment line on the belly. I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera, but You've got that alignment line on the belly as well as the back, like the top of the lure. That's really useful. Colours. Do you know what I expect if this becomes popular? I expect to start seeing custom European colours. I think the colour selection's pretty cool for now. I should have had this chart out while I was talking through the colours earlier, so you can see there you got black Scuppernong, clear shark glow, which is kind of a UV glow in the dark. You've got a clear silver glow. You've got watermelon pearl, which is a new one to Keitech, which is what I didn't realise. The smoked blue pearl, so it's slightly different to your pro blue pearl. Natural blue pearl, that's nice. Smoked flake, OSZP. I think that's in tribute to the original brand Tempt. Then you've got cotton candy, really cool colour, and then ginger shrimp at the bottom. So that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one. Hope that one's been informative as a first look. Hopefully we can report back and we're going to start seeing some catches on these baits soon. I'm sure once these get around the world, you're going to start seeing fish flying in everywhere, from Australia, USA, Europe, Africa. Keitech's popular all around the world, and I'm sure this bait's going to be another big hit. Thanks for watching. If you please like and subscribe if you like that, it really does help the channel and it encourages me to do more videos. Have a good day. Goodbye.